Last month, 11 News joined Baltimore County Police for a ride-along in downtown Towson. It came just weeks after someone shot and killed a 17-year-old boy in Towson Circle. Striking a balance between welcoming visitors while maintaining public safety is something that's important for county leaders. Joining us now is Baltimore County Executive John Olszewski. Good to see you, sir.
Always good to see you as well.
Listen, you guys have really been busy, and I think part of growth, when we talk about the county seat in Towson, a lot comes along with that, and Towson Circle has really, unfortunately, been in the headlines. Tell me a little bit about how your office is working with police to sort of get a handle on what's a very popular area in crime.
Yeah, I mean, we'll start with the good news. The good news is Towson is a growing, vibrant community where a lot of people want to live, they want to recreate, and so we welcome anyone who wants to be there. We obviously expect people to behave appropriately, and we don't tolerate especially violent behavior. So we've been working closely with the police department, the business community, local residents to have a strong and swift response to some of the concerns that have come out from recent events. And we have a lot more police officers out there on foot patrol. We're looking at things like bike patrols as well. We've enhanced the number of cameras and lighting in the area. We've deployed license plate readers in the Towson corridor. We're also looking at having private security bolster our police staff. And we've even had the sheriff step up and offer some of his deputies on nights and weekends to further have a presence in the corridor. So the message is pretty clear. You know, if we're all are welcome, but if you come to Towson, if you come to Baltimore County, we will find you, arrest you, and hold you accountable if you commit a crime of violence. But we're trying to step up to do all that we can, both through policing, but also other proactive measures to help prevent it from happening in the first place.
There has to be a delicate balance, because I'm guessing as people want to come out and enjoy the area, they also don't want to feel like a militarized zone, I suppose. So how do you find that sweet spot between, yes, you are safe to be here, versus we do have an eye on things?
Yeah, and that's why you balance. It's not just maybe police, but you think about, can we just have some security? Can we have just cameras to fill some of the gaps? We want people to not only be safe, but we also want people to feel safe. That's why these conversations and these relationships are so important with the business community, with local residents. We did a large roundtable about 2 weeks ago. We had a community walk with those individuals, and you can tell that the relationships are real, the connections are real. And so just listening to the people who live there and work there, they're the experts. And so listening to them about what that balance is, about how much they want to see in terms of that strong response, but also feeling like a welcoming place that isn't over-policed or has too much of a presence.
The Baltimore Schools CEO was just with us, and you're a former educator. I just want to touch on this for a moment. The county hasn't seen what the city has seen, at least in number. Just tell me about the idea of parents sending their kids to what should be a safe haven and seeing some of the violence that they have seen in recent time. I'm guessing there's trauma there for everyone, including the educators themselves.
Yeah, someone who was a former educator in Baltimore County Public Schools, who has a first grader in our school system now, some of the headlines that we're seeing is really jarring about young people, weapons, shootings, especially in the city schools. We want to make sure that all of our schools are a safe place. As a parent, as a teacher, there's a lot of trauma with that. And so we have to step up to do everything that we can to make sure our children are safe, to make sure our employees are safe. That should be a place where anyone can send their most precious, the most precious thing in our lives, right?
Sure.
Our kids and our family. And so we as leaders have to step up and make sure we're doing all that we can to ensure that the building is safe and that the individuals in that building are equipped with all that they need to keep themselves and their students safe as well.
The last thing for you, because I'll need you to educate me on something. I knew nothing, this is away from crimes, I knew nothing about crab pots and the possibility of the debris that they leave behind. It sounds like this is a big deal in the county. You set forth an idea to sort of clean some of this up. First, educate me on what is left behind and what do you plan to do?
Yeah, so it's hard to believe, but there are a lot of derelict crab pots and fishing gear that's left in the bottom of the Chesapeake Bay. By some estimates, across all the Chesapeake, we have millions of crab and aquatic life that are killed because they're trapped in these crab pots that are through storms or through boat propellers, knocking off the string. They're sitting on the floor. So we've partnered in Baltimore County with the Oyster Recovery Partnership to go in. We've used side scanning sonar, and over 3,000 acres, we've identified what we believe are about 3,000 pieces of derelict crab pots sitting near Hart Miller Island in Baltimore County. We are hiring watermen who who are out of season, give them some work. And they're basically pulling up these crab pots from the bottom of the bay. We're expecting between 1,500 and 1,800 pieces to be recovered over 6 days. It's a win for the environment. It's a win for the economy. We think it's a common sense partnership, and we're excited to be launching it here in Baltimore County.
Excellent. That's County Executive Johnny Olszewski. Thank you for your time today. We appreciate it.
Always my pleasure.
Take
Thanks.
care.